First of all, so we could get over the announcement and get to the actual list, we just came across an update of a game called Zaneless Zone Hero. Well, for those of you new, actually, the latest project from Genshin Impact developers that just came out with during the Summer Game Festival a few days ago. This game has as of yet no release date, no mentioned platforms. All we know for sure is that it is an action-oriented open-world RPG set in a post-apocalyptic distant future Earth. Check it out.
最終ターゲット排除
Coming up behind that, just another quick mention, just to keep an eye out for. It's a game called Skate Story that was shown off earlier this year and once again during the recently revealed Summer Game Festival with a super nice premise and gameplay from developers Devolver Digital, in which, this game basically sees you playing as a demon in some sort of an underworld made of glass. The game is supposedly coming to iOS and Android devices in addition to consoles sometime next year. Alright, the actual list now. Moving on, we've got Zombiest Zombie Shooter at number 1. What I've reason to believe should probably be ranked number 1 on pretty much every zombie shooting categories there is on the mobile devices. Literally. You get to go through all of its 350 levels with like zero money spent. Only if you get good at it though. The game's getting constant updates, it is technically glitch free, it's a really fun and enjoyable game and a decent amount of replay value with it. Here. At number 4, technically 2 though, it is Spider Fighter, an action game or just beat 'em up brawler and one with a heck of amount of stages, levels, and abilities to have fun with. The thing about it is you do actually lose a tiny bit of the graphic that you see here once you actually install the game, but nothing really important. It is mainly because the game is trying to run smoother. Honestly, take it or leave it. There are right now literally no better Spider-Man fighting game out there. It's 100% recommend. The game's for some reason free and it'll take only 150 megabytes of space. Guys, moving on, it's the one and only Towaga Among Shadows. See? An action-packed arcade-style shmup adventure and a goddamn masterpiece around every single corner. Literally. See, you don't get a ton of content and story here, but the multiplayer, gameplay, fights, music, and graphics treat you with an insane amount of adrenaline. Honestly, I'm not really sure why this game's free. It is perhaps one of the most underrated games right now, and it is definitely a next generation. Take a look. Just so we get to at least have mentioned the 10 out of 10 in today's list, because there are actually a few out there, Streets of Rage 4 came out way about a month ago after getting a Switch console port and PCs, and it is pretty surprisingly even more pretty and fluid on cell phones. I mean, I don't really get it. There's a catch though, this game is not free, it'll cost you about $8, but if you do like beat 'em up games, this will be 100% guaranteed the best $8 you've actually spent your entire life. Moving on. On the other hand, we've got Maximus 2. See, a fantasy beat-em-up brawler in which you could actually match up with 4 other players and play in co-op multiplayer, or even online solo. See, this game comes with a really interesting twist, which is the story you just play through is a single shot that you get to go through. Like, I don't know, pretty much like the old Golden Axe games. The game is smooth, it's fast-paced, it runs perfectly with the controller, literally has one of the best cartoony graphics you get to see on mobile devices, and it is also free. Check it out.
Underworld is calling your name. Can you hear it?
Alright, now, if you're like me or maybe a few other people and believe that you couldn't really go wrong with running games, let alone when it's an arcade-style classic, and one where you live in the life of a fat ninja who is chasing donuts, well, you want to give this one a shot, no matter what. Ninja Chowdown we got here is an incredible game on pretty much every single aspect. The characters of which you get to play with have a stupid amount of personality to them, it is addictive, fun in pretty much every single way, and for a free mobile game, it's just dope. Check it out in case you missed it. Alright guys, let's just take a quick step back. Guys, listen to me. I know you want to get to the good stuff, but stress-free, emotional art game. See, that what I just said is literally the description for what you're watching right now. Love is in small things. What we have here is available now for free. It is perhaps the perfect puzzle game for you. Maybe if you're like me and a bit of romance once in a while leaves you kind of speechless, forget the rest of this video if you have to, guys, and give this game a go right now. We'll check it out first though. Moving on, we've got RCC, or technically Real Car Crash. I don't know, if you like to smash cars for therapeutic reasons, I guess. Ultimately, this game is for you. Trust me, you'll eventually end up saving a lot of money. It's simply a good game. It adds in the game or even fine. I mean, they work fine. The graphics, you could say, are pretty nice, if I say so myself too. Plus, there is an arena mode where you can go with friends and smash one another online. Got lots of challenges, lots of fun. Definitely 9 out of 10 in my book. Check it out.
The dream of flying. Who hasn't been touched by it? Centuries ago, the Eulenstein brothers tried to make this dream a reality. They built exceptional flying machines in their famous workshop, the voletranium. But one day, the two of them disappeared without a trace.
Alright guys, at number 12, we've got something going on here called Voletranium Sky Explorers. Probably one of the best offline gaming experiences you'll have for a while if you're into exploration-based open world kind of games. There's a few downsides with this one though. It might be short, which is not a bad thing though. The controls, however, need a bit of work, and it could be a bit too hard to earn money for stuff in the game, which is personally in my book actually a win point in a lot of ways. Check it out, this game's for free obviously, and this is how it actually looks like.
Find all the blueprints of the Volatus 2, build the best flying machine, and live the dream of flying like a real Sky Explorer. There's even more to be discovered at Europa Park with the new mobile game. Find hidden items on the treasure hunt, or look for the selfie spots to take a picture of you and your family at the most beautiful places in the park. The Voletarium provides even more secrets. Use the QR collector to collect an exclusive flying machine in the waiting area and take off with it in the game. Voletarium Sky Explorers is now available for download in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, free of charge.
I was an idiot. I actually helped Sister Madeline complete her evil ritual. Who's going to help me end this?
Now, coming up behind that, we've got once again Evil Nun Rush. Technically a remodified version of Evil Nun Maze and Escape. Like, well, just the same as the previous game, but with a different storyline with new cutscenes and more puzzles. And also more jump scares and stuff. To be frank though, I've actually never played this one, but I've heard it's a very addictive one. Graphics look pretty good to me. It's got a lot of ads in-game though apparently, and they're still working on some gameplay mechanics as well, so just keep it in mind for now.
Okay. Hope I'm doing this right.
You will pay for your sins.
Alright, moving on, we've got Rise of Demons. Basically, if you're into fast-paced, old-school kind of style first-person arena-based shooters, I do believe there's literally zero reasons to just look any further, providing you do have a beefy device though. The game is, as you could probably tell, really nice. The graphics, the controls, and even the premise is good, and pretty damn difficult. Rise of Demons is actually pretty darn addicting to say the least, and it is literally a Doom Eternal clone at its finest. Check it out, just in case you've missed it. Alright, just an honorable mention guys, specifically for those of you who've actually missed out. See, Warped Kart Racers actually joined the Apple Arcade's catalog about a month ago, and it is sitting there right now with a 3.9 out of 5 review score. Not the best kart racer maybe, but without a doubt one that does actually feel like a blast at times. You can play the game for free, and it even includes an online multiplayer for fun. Check it out real quick.
Hey, I'm your man. I love this game. The audacity. Right. There you go, that's the spirit. I love today.
Now, Neoverse, on the other hand, are pretty much the same deal. This game's sitting on the Apple Store with a 3.9 review score as well. Assuming you're not familiar with, it is a time manipulation multiverse-based action RPG hack and slasher, technically a paid game on Steam and free for Android and iOS devices as well. Specifically, when it does come to visuals, this game is just next level stuff, but in terms of gameplay, well, it could use some, actually a lot more work, so keep it in mind. Alright, moving on, it is Eden Games Gear Club Stardale, well actually pretty much exclusive to Apple Arcades only, which is working almost identical to other Gear Club games where you'll join a club consisting of other online players or AIs, do races, upgrade vehicles, and all for gaining reputation. See, graphically and physically this game is, needless to say, really good. It offers more of a racing sim for those of you unfamiliar, and it'll take a big 3 GB out of your storage, and it is free. Check it out. Coming up behind that, I will say without hesitation my own favorite, if not one of them in today's list. It is a game called Gear Enigmas, a hand-drawn adventure puzzle game that tells the story of a young mechanic technically trying to solve his own grandfather's mystery. This game's actually got some sort of an episodic structure kind of, hence you can play the first one for free, the rest of which you'll just have to pay for. Long story short, if you do like point-and-click adventures, this is definitely the one for you. Gunfire Reborn, on the other hand, is, as you can see, not a free-to-play game, but one that is being talked about insanely for the past couple of days. Since the Summer Game Festival, it is an adventure level-based game featured with first-person shooting, roguelites, and RPG elements. One that actually supports solo mode and multiplayer for up to 4 players, and available for the price of $7. Honestly, I would give this one a 10 out of 10 myself if it didn't really get laggy at times. Other than that, game's 110% recommend. Check it out. Guys, moving on, we've got Aerial Knights Never Yield. Well, as you can see, a side-scroller that plays a lot like a classic endless runner kind of game, one that everyone probably should play if into arcade-style games specifically. Come to mention, this one isn't free either, but you can have hands on this thing on Android and iOS devices as well for only $3. Check it out. Here's actually a brand new trailer developers came up with for those of you who missed it.
Bringing it back in full effect to the next. Running with the best, never missing a step. From the east to the west, I stay fresh, I finesse, I progress with no stress. In and out the city, I get busy, they can't get me, I can't be stopped. I'm on top 100%, I'm giving it all I got. It's on lock, I'm gon' rock, let's roll. They know, rain, snow, nothing gonna get in the way, I just go. Just go. Just go.
And last but not least one bit, just an honorable mention though, here we have Arita Backlands Awakening. This game is on its way to Android devices, possibly iOS at a later date, not really sure right now, but the game itself is, as you can see, an exploration-based adventure survival, and about the life of a girl who's basically trying to survive in his own devastated piece of the world. Check it out, you can actually pre-register this game on Google Play right now.